All right, well, hang around as long as you can because this could take a while. American Blues do their thing. Original American pressing on Uni. This is Rocky Hill, and let's see, Dusty Hill, Frank Beer. This is basically ZZ Top before they were ZZ Top, minus Billy Gibbons, but with a Hill brother on guitar. Good bluesy US psych. Yeah, I'm moving through these because I got a lot. Here's a familiar one. This is West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band, Volume 2. Original American pressing on Reprise. Classic Psych, California. You know the drill. Moving on. This is a killer heavy psych LP. I believe these guys are out of New York. Not sure. Steeplechase, self-titled, only LP they ever released, which is a shame because this thing is excellent from top to bottom. Heavy psych, good guitar work, organ. Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess you could say in a Vanilla Fudge vein, sort of, but like, I say way better. They write their own material, and yeah, just better. Steeplechase. This was a record that I was super stoked to find at a thrift store for $1. This is Roger Nichols and the Small Circle of Friends. Beautiful, beautiful West Coast, soft psych, sunshine pop, original pressing on A&M. Just wonderful, wonderful harmonies and vocals, and this actually plays like a who's who of SoCal superstars at the time. Let's see if I can remember who's on this. Van Dyke Parks, Randy Newman, Lenny Waronker. I think there's others. Those are the ones that come to mind right off the top of my head. Just killer. So I was so glad to find this, and to get it for $1 was just amazing. This is on Imperial Records. This is a band called Houston Fearless. This is a pretty good heavy psych record. About half the tracks are pretty heavy psych. The other half are soft, almost sort of like gospel-y sounding in a way. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the best psych record ever, but it's worthy of note. Houston Fearless on Imperial Records. I have no idea. These guys are from LA or something. I don't know. Moving on. This is a band called Trilogy, and this is on Sanctuary Records, or Mercury, distributed by Mercury. Yeah, original American pressing. This is more in the vein of like a Buffalo Springfield or something like that. California country psych. Really, really good though. The standout track for me though is the opener on side 1 called Red Wine. It's like the best Stephen Stills song that he didn't write. Trilogy, solid country, soft psych. From I don't know what year. On Phillips, Lee Stevens, Red Weather. Lee Stevens, of course, was the original guitar player for Blue Cheer. He was with them on their first two, the two best Blue Cheer LPs. He went on to make, I think, 2 solo LPs. This was the first of those 2. It's got some good tracks on it. It's pretty middle of the road. Doesn't really, it's not, you know, it's not out there like Blue Cheer or anything like that, but there's some nice piano and stuff on here from Nicky Hopkins. Lee Stevens, Red Weather, original American pressing. So some hippie psych. I don't remember where these guys are from. You know, I don't really do any research. I just pull the records, listen to them, and then show them every once in a while. So this is Chrysalis. Yeah, good sort of hippie psych LP from, I don't know, 68 or something like that on, help me out, MGM, original American pressing. This is a really good sort of heavy psych LP from The Hook, original American pressing on Uni. They released 2 albums. Both of them are excellent. This is The Hook Will Grab You. I can't remember if this is the first or the second one from them off the top of my head right now. However, excellent sort of hard psych record. And again, I don't know where these guys are from. I want to say California, but I could be wrong. I probably am. Doesn't matter. Good stuff. This was another thrift store find. The Rainy Days, that Acapulco Gold. This is a nice mid-60s psych record. I think these guys were from Colorado. They do some covers on here, but the covers are actually pretty good. The originals are really good. On Uni, first American pressing, The Rainy Days, that Acapulco Gold. Alright, I don't know where these guys are from either. I'm just going to say California, but I have no idea. This is a band called Fusion and their LP Border Town. This is an okay record. This is nothing to write home about. Oh, I thought this was a uni pack, but I guess not. Original American pressing. The thing that's good about this record is side 2. Side 1 is basically just, you know, American white boy blues from the late 60s, which is fine, which can be good, but, you know, nothing amazing or anything like that. But side 2 really sort of lives up to the name of the band. They go a lot out there on side 2, incorporating numerous fusion-y sort of elements. The one detractor being that the worst song on the entire LP is on the B side. It's called Cajun Two-Step, just some stupid, I don't know, Louisiana Cajun-y thing or whatever, which is just out of place with the rest of the record. Yeah, these aren't expensive or anything like that, but you know, it's got some good stuff on it. This was a record that I got merely because I absolutely love the cover. I love everything about the cover. I love the photograph. I love the clothes they're wearing. I love the postures of the players. I love the typography and the color scheme used across this. And then just what makes it even better is it's a really top-notch soft psych type sunshiny pop LP on Epic. I think these guys were also from California, not sure. They're called October Country. Again, original American pressing of this. Very, very good if you like, you know, soft psych, great vocals, harmonies, sunshiny type stuff. This is for you. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I know where these guys are from. I believe it's Texas. This is an original American pressing on Roulette of The Fallen Angels, first LP. I think these guys made 2 records in the 60s. Good psych LP from them. Yeah. I mean, not amazing from top to bottom, but like the highs are really high and stuff. So, good record. The Fallen Angels, self-titled first LP, original American pressing. Moving on. So, I mean, these are just, you know, I was listening to tons of psych records from my collection, and I never put them away, and it's time to put them away, and so I figured I'd show them. This is another group. I don't remember where they're from. The Yellow Pages. This is on Uni as well. Unipack. So again, this is one of these records where like the highs are really high, but the lows are pretty low. But again, you know, I got it for, I think I got this for really cheap, and you know, it's worth keeping for the killer tracks. Like the opening track, The Two of Us, is killer. And then there's some other good tracks on it, but there's also some low lights as well. I think this might have been their only LP, The Yellow Pages. So I think these guys are from Toronto, I want to say. This is an original pressing on Mainstream of a sort of psych prog outfit called Nucleus. This is really good. This is excellent LP. Yeah, heavy psych, progressive elements from the late 60s. Highly recommended. Nucleus, first American pressing on Mainstream. Here is a first American pressing of Davy Allen and the Arrows, Psychedelic Sounds. I mean, you know what you're getting with these guys. Great sort of fuzzed out guitar work, surf beats and things of that nature on Tower. And I just love the snarl on Davy Allen's face in this photograph. Nobody snarls better than Davy Allen. Psychedelic Sounds. This is a stone cold classic. I think most people know this. This is Kaleidoscope. These guys are from California, and their first LP, Side Trips. Excellent Eastern influenced American psych. This is an original pressing on Epic. Fantastic. Love this record. This is the soundtrack to a biker flick called Naked Angels, original pressing on Zappa's Straight label. Never seen this movie. It's done by a guy named Jeff Simmons, who would also release a solo LP on Straight. This has got some really, really killer psychedelic guitar fuzzed out tracks on it. I love biker soundtracks, so original American pressing of this on Straight. I think these guys are from West Virginia or something like that. On RCA, this is Mind Garage. I don't think this record is very highly rated in general, but I actually really, really like it. First American pressing, as I said, on RCA. Good sort of hard rock, some psychedelic elements to it. I think this is from like 69 or something like that, 68. I don't remember. They released one other record, which I don't have. I've never heard it. But this one I really like. I mean, it's not super expensive. It's not, like I said, it's not highly rated by a lot of people, but I think it's good. I think it's better than what others say. I think these guys are from like Ohio or something like that. This is an original pressing, American pressing on RCA. I almost thought about actually doing like a bunch of just like RCA records. There's so many great records on RCA from this time, late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, but who can be bothered? I just grabbed a bunch of stuff that I've been playing lately. This is Granicus, early hard rock record. So this is one that goes for quite a bit of money, but unlike the Mind Garage, I mean it's good, but like I don't think it's as good as like the dollars it fetches or anything like that. So it's interesting, you know. That Mind Garage goes cheap, and I really really like it. This thing's super expensive, and I like it, but I don't love it. Good hard rock though. Granicus out of Ohio. Another classic soundtrack on Sidewalk. This is Psych Out, featuring Strawberry Alarm Clock, The Seeds, and others. Cool movie. I've seen this one. It's pretty good. Good scene of Jack Nicholson jamming with a band in this one. Yeah, I don't remember what else I was going to say, but, you know, I love this kind of stuff, so... Okay, first American pressing on Smash of the Tea Company's one and only LP. Come and have some tea with the Tea Company. Yeah, this is pretty out there for its time. Really good, sort of psychedelic, mind trippy kind of LP. The Tea Company. So this probably would have been in, like, if I'd made that RCA. Here's another one. This is Osmosis. I think this is, again, from 68 or 69 or something like that. This is an interesting record featuring Charlie Mariano, who would go on to work with numerous individuals in the Euro jazz scene, Embryo notably, and things like that. So this is a LP from 1968, original American pressing on RCA. Yeah, it's a mix of things. It's psychedelic, it's hard rock, it's got jazz elements, progressive elements. For me, the one big drawback of this record is the vocals. Not a big fan of the vocalist. If they had had either a different vocalist or had recorded this as an instrumental album, it would be excellent, but the vocals bring it back to very good. Here's a garage rock band out of Detroit, The Rationals. I think that the lead singer, the main guy in this band, lives here in Phoenix now, or Scottsdale or something like that. This has got to be one of my favorite album covers of all time. Just everything about it is awesome. The photograph, the color scheme, the typography, just beautiful, beautiful LP. On Crew Records, as in Bob Crew. Yeah, this is a garage rock band, heavily steeped in R&B. Really, really good. First American pressing, The Rationals. This is a group called Privilege. Good hard psych, progressive elements. Privilege was started by a couple of guys who were in the band, the Soul Survivors. They left the band. They had a connection to the Isley Brothers somehow, hooked up with them, recorded this LP, and released it on the Isley Brothers T-Neck Records. Yeah, so first American pressing of this. Really, really good. Hard, psyche, progressive, kind of all those elements there. I believe it was produced by the Isley Brothers. Privilege. First American pressing on Crescendo of Sky Saxon Blues Band, a full spoon of CD blues. Really good, solid. I mean, this is just another Seeds record, basically, but they're doing blues tracks and stuff. Yeah. It's worth having. Excellent. I like it a lot. I mean, I'm not a huge blues fan, but I like this. Another American First pressing. This is, I believe, the third LP from the Free Design, Heaven Earth. You know, I pulled this one out to listen to for whatever reason. It's not my favorite Free Design record. I think probably their first one is Kites Are Fun, but this one is killer too. Absolutely excellent. The Free Design. What is that? Yeah, DJ sticker on there. Killer. I love these guys. You know, sunshiny pop, just killer vocals and everything. This is Arthur Lee's Vindicator, original American pressing on A&M, I believe, from 72 maybe. Really, really good solo record from him. Pretty hard rock, bluesy tracks and stuff, but just, you know, he's still in fine form at this point, writing excellent songs. This is recommended. Arthur Lee, Vindicator. This is a band called The Group Therapy. This is on Phillips' original American pressing, called 37 Minutes of Group Therapy. Interesting record. You know, not amazing, but an interesting timepiece. Great photograph of the band here. You know, psych elements, R&B elements. I think that these guys might have released 2 records. I think this is the second one. The first one was heavily laden with covers. This one's mostly original material, which is what I prefer. Group Therapy on Phillips. Alright, so these guys might be Canadian. I'm not sure. This is on Capitol Records, The Corporation. I think that these guys also released 2 or 3 records. I don't have any of the other ones. This is the only one of theirs that I have, but it's really good. I enjoy this record quite a bit. Excellent sort of late 60s rock, elements of psych, and even some jazz. They do a John Coltrane cover on here of India, takes up all of side 2. The Corporation, first American pressing on Capitol. Everyone knows these guys. This is original American pressing on Cap of the second Silver Apples LP, Contact. I found this past summer, down in Tucson. Was really glad to find it because I only had a reissue of this one. I have an original pressing of their first LP, but I only had a reissue of this, but now I have originals of both. Again, found this digging in Tucson this past summer. Contact from the Silver Apples. You know, there they are amongst the wreckage of a plane crash, sitting in the cockpit of a Pan Am airliner. They didn't like that. They sued them and thus ended Cap Records. Excellent garage classic here, The Leaves, Hey Joe. First American pressing on Mira Records. Really, really good garage. I think most people probably know this one. The Leaves, Hey Joe. I can't remember where these guys are from, but this is a really good early hard rock record. They might be from New York or something. I don't know. The band's called Haystacks Balboa. This is an original American pressing of this record. The opening track on this, Spoiler, is just killer. Highly recommended. Good American hard rock. Haystacks Balboa. I think they're American. This is something I just picked up recently. This is The Unspoken Word. I'm not sure where these guys are from either. New York, maybe. Who knows? First American pressing on Atco. Yeah, good sort of, 60s rock, psych, with a female singer. So, it's hard to avoid some comparisons to like Big Brother or something like that. But, they're West Coast. I don't know if these guys are West Coast or not, to be honest. I don't think so, though. But this is a good, psych record. The Unspoken Word. First American pressing. Oh, well. Anyways. Seeds in Concert, First American pressing on Crescendo. I'm just going to go buy this real quick or whatever. This is really good, though, but, whatever. Everyone knows the Seeds. So here's the one sort of reissue in this stack. I wish I had an original of this on Mainstream. The Orient Express. Killer 60s. Eastern influence. Heavily Eastern influenced. In fact, it's largely Eastern sounding, peppered with Western influences or whatever. But the Orient Express, this is a reissue. I found this summer also for like $5, and I figured, well, I could pop $5 for this and then maybe come across an original one of these days. This is the second album from the heavy psych San Francisco outfit, Mount Rushmore, entitled Mount Rushmore 69. More heavy psych from them. I will say that the first LP, High on Mount Rushmore, is much better than this one. I also have an original of that, and I prefer it. This has still got some good stuff on it, though. Mount Rushmore 69 on Dot. This is an absolutely killer San Francisco psych LP. The band is called Salvation. This is a first American pressing on ABC. Just excellent. Excellent San Francisco psych. Highly recommended. Salvation. San Francisco psychedelia. I'm going as fast as I can. So this is a novelty sort of thing. This is an original American pressing on Imperial, Born to be Wild, Kim Fowley. Whatever. Take it or leave it. Interesting. Some of the tracks are pretty good. Some of them not so much. Mostly covers and stuff. But just sort of an interesting period piece from a guy who had his fingers in a lot of pies at this time and throughout the early and mid 70s and so forth. This is an original mono pressing on Verve of The Mothers of Invention, Freak Out. I'm not a huge Zappa guy, but I found this for super cheap, great condition. The cover's beautiful. Top to bottom, I can't listen to this really sort of like all the way through in one sitting. I don't really like some of the doo-woppy things that he does and some of the novelty things he does. But when they play sort of straight up rock or jazz rock or things like that, I can get into it. another thrift store score here that I was really, really happy to find. I'm a huge, huge fan of Harry Nilsson. This was the only record of his that I was missing from my collection. His first, the Pandemonium Shadow Show. Found it in just great, great condition at a thrift store for $1. I think maybe this summer or something. Actually, I found this in that Roger Nichols Small Circle of Friends at the same store on the same day. That was a great, great score to get those two records for $1 each. Really good. If you like Harry Nilsson, this is sort of a must-have. Couple more. Electric Prunes, Release of an Oath, David Axelrod, you know, gets his hands all over this. None of the original band members, I think, are even still around at this point. Just David Axelrod using a bunch of session guys and releasing a record under the name The Electric Prunes. Last but not least, I had a reissue of this until recently. Another amazing thrift store $1 score, a beautiful still in shrink original American pressing of the first incredible Bongo Band LP, Bongo Rock. Stone Cold classic right here. Yeah. See ya, everybody.